minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We've gone for main engine start. We have main engine start.
Ladies and gentlemen, rock and roll.
Se Padre, se Figlio e Spirito Santo. Amen.
Good afternoon and happy Monday. Happy Monday and welcome, Miss Marie, Miss Maureen. Welcome always and God bless you always. And we have Chris Truck. God bless you, Chris. And God bless your dear mother always and your beautiful little daughter. A big hug, Chris. And God bless your family also, Miss Maureen. And a big hug for Tommy Six. Tommy Six. God bless you, Tommy. And God bless your dear mother always, and your son and your daughter and your entire family. Today's topic will be I want permission to marry your daughter. That is the topic, and I will explain. I repeat, I request permission to marry your daughter. Again, I repeat, I request permission to marry your daughter. That is the topic. That is the topic, and I will explain. But first, I must give out some shout outs. Welcome, Tommy Six. A big hug again. And Miss Maureen and Chris and everyone that will listen to this telecast in the YouTube library, and a big hug and blessings to those that are outside of the theater listening to this telecast and that will listen to this telecast. As always, a big hug for my nephew, Emery. And again, congratulations to Miss Angel Gotti for the birth of her new granddaughter, Baby Emma. God bless Baby Emma, and I hope that Miss Angel will go on tonight live and tell us more about Baby Emma. A big hug, Miss Angel, a big hug. And as always, many blessings to Miss Lauren, to Bay 8, Mr. Joe, and to Ken Shades. And a big shout out to American Made. American Made. And I'm very happy that Todd Father is back. Todd Father did a live a few hours ago. So welcome back, Todd Father. And Todd Father, I expect you to hear you again Tuesday morning at 5:30 sharp with the blessing of God. So I'm glad that Todd Father is back. Many blessings for Todd Father. Tommy Siggs, Ralph Mucci of the Wise Up Show, the Wine Guild, and Uncle Tindu. Uncle Tindu. It is now 1:08. This will be a short telecast. At 2 o'clock, Uncle Tindu will be live, as always, at 2 o'clock. Okay, this is the topic. And why am I bringing this topic up? I have observed on YouTube, there are many young men on YouTube. I'm talking about young men over 21 years of age. An example, there's a lot of young men on YouTube from 21 years of age, up to the young men that are in their 40s. And I have observed that many young men on YouTube, they are on YouTube 24/7. 24/7. This is an example. I have a granddaughter. She is 15. God bless her always. And I have raised her since she was a baby. This is just an example. Let us say that my granddaughter was in her early 30s. It is my opinion. This is just my opinion. As a grandfather, as a jealous grandfather and a nagging grandfather, it is my opinion that young women should be married in their early 30s. That is just my opinion. I don't think that any young girl in her 20s should be married. Okay, why? Once a person reaches in their 30s, early 30s, it is my opinion that a young woman or a young man, they are pretty mature. They are pretty mature in their 30s to get into a marriage. You see, it is not the same to be in your 20s and get into a marriage than to be in your 30s and get into a marriage. I think it is my opinion. I think the more you wait to get married, the more maturity that you have, and that will help you have a long-lasting marriage. Many young kids in their teens, they get married, and young kids get married, but without maturity. And I think all young people, just my opinion, should get married, if they're going to get married, in their 30s. That is a good age to get married. Okay, getting back to the topic. I have observed that many young men are in YouTube 24/7. So let us make believe. Let us make believe that my granddaughter is in her early 30s. And one of these young men that are on YouTube would knock at my door and would say, "Uncle Edwin, I want you to grant me permission I want you to grant me permission to marry your granddaughter. The first question that I would ask them, is, how are you going to support my granddaughter? Where do you work? Where do you work? Okay. Let us say that the young man tells me, I work in YouTube. That is the reply. I work in YouTube. Okay. Being an old grandfather, let us say that I have no idea what YouTube is all about. But I know it's an internet platform. I would reply to them, oh, so you work in the main offices of YouTube? So you are a YouTube executive, but in the main offices. And the young man says, no, Uncle Edwin, I do not work in the main offices of YouTube. I am a content creator, the young man replies. I am a content creator. And me, as a grandfather that does not know anything about YouTube, I would say, and what the hell is a content creator? Well, I have a channel, says the young man. I have a channel on YouTube, and I do lives, I do short videos. And then I asked them, oh, so YouTube pays you directly? No, the young man says. The young man replies in this fashion. I do lives, and then I exhort my subscribers to send me donations. That's what the young man replies to me. That he is on YouTube, and that he pretends to support my granddaughter with contributions that his subscribers give him. And then I reply, wait, let me get this clear. You want to marry my granddaughter, but you depend on contributions from your subscribers. That sounds to me like a little fishy. I reply. I hope everyone is understanding what the message that I am sending to all these young men that are on YouTube. To be clear, I am not referring to anyone in particular. Never forget, there are over 2 billion users on YouTube, and we have to be clear. They are many young men on YouTube that are on YouTube 24/7, and they have no content whatsoever. They have no content which is of true value. They just dedicate themselves to the regular turmoil, drama, gossip, and fighting. And many of them are monetized. And they ask for donations. So just imagine, I want all the men and all the women that are in our chat family, which are very dear to me. Krumel, a big hug for Krumel, for Chris Truck, for Tommy Six, and for everyone that is in our chat. I want you all, men and women in our chat family, just imagine in your minds that you all have daughters, and that a content creator on YouTube a young man, a content creator on YouTube, tells you, I want to marry your daughter. I want to marry your daughter. But that young man, the only so-called job that he has is on YouTube, and making trouble and asking for donations. That is the way in his mind that he pretends to support your daughter. And he is asking for the hand of your daughter in holy matrimony. So I ask all of you as fathers and as mothers, would you give an individual like that permission? And I say, hell no! Hell no! How can a young man on YouTube, that's on YouTube 24/7, living off of donations donations that subscribers give him, pretends to be married to support a young bride? Where are they going to live? What kind of life is our daughters going to have with an individual like that? You see, what I am trying to do in this telecast is to create consciousness. Especially for those young men that are on YouTube wasting their lives, because they are wasting their lives. How can you be on YouTube 24/7 living on donations, and then pretend to have a regular, normal life with a wife? That is what I am talking about. Okay, let me read some comments. Hold on, everyone. I hope everyone is understanding the purpose of this telecast. What I am doing, or what I am trying to do, is to create consciousness on many young men that are on YouTube that, in my opinion, as a father and grandfather, are wasting their lives. To be clear, there is nothing wrong with participating on YouTube and having a channel, but I would say like a part-time thing, like a hobby. But to tell me, a young man to tell me, Edwin Jimenez, I am 67 years old, to tell me that YouTube is a real job, and that his main income are the donations that subscribers give him. That, to me, is unacceptable, and I will not give my permission for an individual like that to marry my granddaughter. No, over my dead body, you will not marry my granddaughter. I hope everyone is understanding my metaphor and my example. We must all be responsible fathers. We cannot permit our daughters to be married to so-called content creators on YouTube. No, no, no. And I'm telling all the young men on YouTube, with the utmost respect, and I am talking like a father and grandfather, it is time to get a real job, young men. It is time to get a real job. It is time to get out on the world and get a real job, learn a trade, or go to the university and get a degree, and start working in a real job outside of YouTube, And I want to repeat, YouTube is not a real job. I am sorry, but YouTube is not a real job. So your wedding is canceled until further notice. Until you, young man, until you prove to me that you have a real job with a real future. That way you can give a real future and real security to my granddaughter. I hope we are clear. Okay, let me read the comments. Hold on. Let me get the magnifying glass because I cannot see the small letters. Hold on, everyone. I am going to take a taxi, just like I do when I get the links, to get the magnifying glass. Okay. I got the magnifying glass. Okay. We have Roscoe. Roscoe, a big hug, Roscoe. And God bless Scotland. And God bless Scotland. And Tommy Siggs, a big hug. Hold on. Okay. We got General Krumel. Krumel, a big hug. Paul, a big hug as always. Tommy Siggs. Okay, Paul says, my daughter was married at 20. Bad move. She married again at 30. Great move. God bless your daughter, Paul. And Paul, thank you for sharing something so intimate as that, and our utmost respect for you. And God bless your dear daughter. God bless your dear daughter. Our utmost respect for Paul for sharing. Paul is sharing something intimate. Let me read it again and I will post it. Okay, hold on. Okay. Paul says, my daughter was married at 20. Bad move. She married again at 30. Great move. God bless your daughter, Paul, and your whole entire family. Okay. And we have a comment from Chris Truck. Edwin, I will only permit Little Truck to wed a man who has a professional position like head of a shipyard or head of a union or a rich prince. That is good, Chris. I agree. A big hug for Chris. And God bless his little daughter. To be clear, Chris' little daughter is only 6 years old. So she still has 30 more years. 30 more years. So Chris, have the machete ready in case of any future YouTube content creator. You cut off his head immediately. Just joking. That is just some humor. God bless your daughter, Chris. God bless your daughter. Let me post Chris's comment up. Okay, hold on. Okay, a comment from Tommy Siggs. Tommy Siggs says there are many types of content creators. Some are wealthy from YouTube. If you are speaking of a specific genre, I agree 100%. Tommy, but the ones we know, they are penniless. A big hug for Tommy. Great comment by Tommy. Let me post it also. Today's award-winning comments. Okay, let me read again what Tommy says. Tommy Siggs Social Club. There are many types of content creators. Some are wealthy from YouTube. If you are speaking of specific genre, I agree 100%. Big hug, Tommy. That is good. Okay. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Okay. Hold on, everyone. Okay. So I hope everyone. I hope everyone. I hope everyone in our chat theater, and I hope everyone that will listen to this telecast gets the message that I am trying to send. I am just trying, these young men that are on YouTube. I am just trying to see if I can get into their minds. That way they can become productive, real productive human beings in society, and that they will eventually have a good marriage. Let me tell you, to have a good marriage, you must have a good job. You must have a good job. Most of the divorces are due to economic problems. I would say, this is my opinion of 67 years. The majority of people that get divorced, one of the main problems, to be clear, one of the main problems of many married couples is economics. So before you get married, especially the men, you must have a good job, and you must have a steady income. You must have a consistent income. That way your wife will live in a nice apartment or in a nice house. We all must live like human beings. You cannot pretend, and this is for the young men. If you get married to a young lady, you cannot pretend to live in a cave. I repeat, you cannot pretend to live in a cave. You must live in a nice house or in a nice apartment. It could be rented, or better yet, you can be the owner. Here in Puerto Rico, there are many young couples. That before they get married, they plan and they buy a house. And when they get married, they have a house with a 20 or a 30-year mortgage, but they are paying for them. You understand? There's a lot of people, there's a lot of young people that get married and they live rented. Don't forget that you are paying rent for someone else. I think every married couple, this is just my opinion. It is my opinion that every married couple should have their own home. Some people like homes, some people like apartments in a condominium. That is okay, as long as you are paying for you. As long as you are paying a mortgage that benefits you and your wife. That is my opinion. But to get back to the main topic, to all the young men on YouTube, there is nothing wrong with being on YouTube, as long as you do positive, content. And if you are monetized, instead of asking for donations, your content should be excellent. That way, you can depend on the commissions that YouTube pay you as a content creator. There are a lot of people on YouTube that are just after the donations that their subscribers give them. That is not real money. That is like a tip. That is like a tip. So young men, please, this is just my opinion as a father and grandfather. And this is my personal opinion with the utmost respect. It is my opinion that YouTube is not a real job. It is just a hobby. Yes, they are millionaires on YouTube, but they are very few. They are very, that is a small minority. That is a smaller minority of people that are super talented and people that have 10, 15, 20, over 10 million subscribers. And they produce excellent entertainment. So they get a good check. They get a good check from YouTube. But not everyone, not everyone is gifted with talent. That is a minority. That is a minority. We must be clear. So young men, all the young men that are listening to me, learn a trade. Try to get a job that you enjoy, but that way you can have a real future, a real solid future. There is no future asking people to give you donations. We must be clear. If you get on YouTube, if you are on YouTube every day, and you do your telecast, and you ask for donations, that is not a real income. That is not a real income. And also, this is very important. We must define for these young men what is real money. What is real money? There's a lot of young men on YouTube that receive donations, and in their mind, that is real money. No, that is not real money. That is them are tips that your subscribers are sending you, but they cannot send you that all the time. We must be clear. We must be clear, and to be clear, we must be realistic. Subscribers come and go, come and go. So if you want to be a responsible man, you can't depend on that. That is not a dependable income. And what I am talking is reality. So I would advise all the young men on YouTube, get a real job outside of YouTube and think about your future. Think about your future. Never forget, you're not going to be young. You're not going to be young forever. There's going to be a time when you will become elderly. And what will you have when you become elderly? And if you do not have a steady income, and if you get married and you are depending on the donations your subscribers give you, you are going to have many problems in your marriage. And you will eventually get divorced and lose that beautiful young lady. We must be clear. We must live in the real world. Welcome to the real YouTube. So I hope this topic that I have brought up today, I hope I can reach one young man, at least one young man. And I hope to all the fathers out there, we must protect our daughters and granddaughters from young men that are unstable. we cannot permit our daughters or our granddaughters to get married to unstable men. We cannot permit that. That is like committing suicide. That is like committing suicide. I'm going to give you an example. A young man, which is an exceptional young man, Todd Father. Todd Father participates on YouTube, but Todd Father has a real job, works 7 days a week, over 12 hours a day. You see, that is the kind of young man. That is the kind of young man that we want our daughters to get married to. Chris Truck, another exceptional young man. Chris Truck works. He has a real job. He has his real job outside of YouTube and participates on YouTube part-time. You see, that is another exceptional young man. Danny Stories. Danny Stories. That is another exceptional young man. Danny works full-time, just like Chris Truck and just like Todd Father. Danny Stories, if I am not mistaken, works in construction. And he has a channel on YouTube, but it's part-time. But he has a real job. And he is married, just like Todd Father, and supports his family. Chris has a beautiful little daughter and supports his daughter and his dear mom. You see, them are the kind of young men that we want our daughters to get married to. But we don't want our daughters to get married to these young men that are in YouTube, that all they do is ask for donations. That is a no-no. That a person like that does not qualify to be married. We must be clear. We must be clear. Another exceptional young man, my nephew, Emery. My nephew works. He has a real job outside of YouTube, and he has his channel on YouTube, like a part-time. Emery is not on YouTube 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Emery has a real job. Uncle Edwin, me, I work, I have a full-time job, and I am on YouTube part-time. Tommy Siggs has a real job outside of YouTube, and he is on YouTube part-time also. You see, Uncle Tindu works in construction. And hopefully soon he will retire if God permits. But Uncle Tindu has a real job. But he is on YouTube part-time. You see, them are the kind of men that we want our daughters and granddaughters to be married to. That is my point. I hope everyone understands. I hope everyone understands my message. I am just trying to create consciousness and bring many young men to reality. You must, being on YouTube 24/7, locked up in a dark room, asking for donations. Hey, you are not going to have a productive married life. And I am sorry, you do not qualify to be married. And you won't be marrying my granddaughter. And you won't be marrying Tommy Six's daughter. You won't be marrying Chris's daughter. I want everyone. That is reality. That is reality. So I hope everyone understands. My main intention is to create consciousness and to protect our daughters and granddaughters. That is very important. All the fathers out there, and all the mothers, we must protect our daughters and granddaughters. The next time a young man comes and knocks in your door and tells you, I want to marry your daughter, you sit the young man down and you start asking him questions. Hey, I want to see your IRS income tax returns for the last 5 years. Do you have a police record? I want to see a copy. Here in Puerto Rico, every time a person applies for a job, the person must go to the local precinct. There, they give him a certificate which states if he has a police record. To be clear, we must be clear. This is just an example. Let's say, because I like to be fair and I like to be clear. Let us say a young man tells you, I want to marry your daughter, but the young man is honest from the beginning. He did not wait until you asked him. He said, sir, I had some problems with the law. This is the problems that I had, but I have changed. I have reformed myself. You see, that's the kind of man that I would permit that my granddaughter would be married to. Now, if a young man comes and starts lying and not saying the truth, and he has a record, but he did not say it from the beginning. No, you cannot be married to my daughter because you are a liar. You are a phony, and you came with bad intentions. But if a man is up front from the beginning, listen, I had these criminal problems, but now I am clean. I am reformed. I want to start a new life. I am working. I have a good job. This is the proof. You see, that's the kind of man that I would permit my granddaughter to be married to. You from the beginning, without asking, he came up and he told me the truth, and that you have to respect. That you have to respect. I hope I am clear, because I am a fair father and grandfather. I hope everyone is understanding the purpose of this telecast. Okay, hold on, everyone. Hold on. Let me check the chat. Hold on, everyone. Okay, hold on. Okay. Tommy 2274. God bless you. Be safe driving, Tommy. Be safe driving. I'm sorry. Be safe driving, Tommy 2274. 2274. Okay, hold on. Chris Strock says, thank you, Edwin, for the nice compliments. I am actually working now as I listen on here. God bless you always, Chris. God bless you always. Okay. I think I've said enough. It is now 1:46. Okay, Uncle Tindu should be on at 2:00. I want everyone to support Uncle Tindu. Everyone, if I am not mistaken, because I haven't looked carefully at at YouTube. If I am not mistaken, Tommy Six will be on tonight. Will be on tonight. So everyone, support Tommy Six in his night programs. Because Tommy Six also has night programs, which are very interesting and very entertaining. And also, everyone, be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for a live from Miss Angel Gotti. Miss Angel should be on. If she doesn't go on tonight, she should be on tomorrow night. And she will be talking about Baby Emma, for the arrival of Baby Emma. Everyone support Miss Angel. Also support my nephew MRE. And Todd Father hopefully will be on at 5:30 in the morning, if God permits. And a big hug for everyone. A big hug for everyone. Okay, I still have, it's 1:48. Tommy Six, would you like to come on the panel and say some words? If you want, let me know and I'll send you the link. If Tommy Six, if you want me to paste the link, that way you can come on the panel if you want. And being that you are a father of a beautiful daughter, and may God bless her, if you want to say some words and send a message to these young men on YouTube, that would be great. Okay. Tommy Six says Angel has a show planned. Okay, that is good. And Tommy Six will be on tonight at 7 p.m. The wind down at 7 p.m. if God permits. Thank you, Tommy. Tommy, would you like to come up to the panel and say some words to these young men on YouTube? It is now 1:49 a.m. If you want, I will send a limo for you. Let me know, please. Let me know, Tommy. Okay. Okay, Krumel, a big hug. Krumel, I hope to have you on. Hold on, wait. Okay, Krumel, I hope to have you on in the future, if God permits, okay? That way you can honor us. Because I have heard you participate on panels, but that was like months ago, to be clear. Okay, Tommy Six, would you like to go on the panel and say some words? You have 10 minutes before Uncle Tingo goes on. Okay. I don't think Tommy wants to come up. Or Tommy left the theater. Wait, hold on. Tommy says, I can't, sir. I am working and listening, but would have loved to add to the show. If it were okay. As always, Tommy, a big hug. And Tommy, if God permits, I will see you tonight at the social club. At the social club. Okay, everyone, it is now 1:50. A big hug for everyone. And today's show here was sponsored by Tommy Six Social Club. Tommy Six Social Club. We also rent it out for weddings. So Tommy Six Social Club. If anyone wants to get married, we have wise guy prices. Just some humor, Tommy. Just some humor. A big hug for Tommy, and God bless everyone. Let me thank everyone individually for coming. So God bless you, Tommy, and I'll see you tonight. Krumel, God bless you, and good health. And Chris Truck, God bless you, and have a great day, and have a great afternoon at your job. God bless everyone. God bless everyone God bless everyone in the chat in the chat theater, and God bless everyone outside of the chat theater. Roscoe, thank you for coming. God bless you always. Biggs, a big hug for Biggs. God bless you always, Biggs. God bless you always. Roscoe, Chris Truck. I'm scrolling backwards, everyone. I am scrolling down. Thank you for coming, Paul. I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming. Miss Maureen. Miss Maureen, thank you for coming. And God bless you always. God bless you always. I'm scrolling backwards, everyone. I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss anyone. Everyone is important, and we are all a family. We are all a family. Paul, a big hug. Okay. I think I got everyone. I think I got it. To be clear, I only have the StreamYard chat. Okay, so a big hug, and remember, fathers, remember, hatchets on sale right now at the lobby, 50% off. Fathers and mothers always have the hatchet, and protect your daughters. Protect your daughters. And young men on YouTube, time to go out and get a real job and start producing. That way, when you go ask the father for the hand of that beautiful girl that you love, the father will say yes. But you have to have a real job. A real job. Okay. Enough is enough. God bless you all, and a big hug. And a big hug.
Si Padre se ritira nell'Espirito Santo. Amen.
Okay, one more thing before I leave. We must all admit this, that Michael Corleone had a good job with a good income. So I congratulate Michael Corleone. A big hug for Michael. We must all admit that Michael Corleone had a good job with good benefits. With good benefits. Just some humor to end this telecast. A big hug for Michael Corleone. I hope to have Michael Corleone as a guest with Tommy Six. That way, Tommy and Michael can tell us about the life. Okay, everyone, enough of the humor. Have a great afternoon. Okay, everyone. Let's get into my Volkswagen, my 1973 Volkswagen. And now we're going to Uncle Tindu's house, for early dinner, So everyone, get in my 1973 Volkswagen. Okay, everyone. Have a great afternoon, and I will see you all at Uncle Tindu's.